Ah, hopefully this is working. Shalom, shalom. Hey Johnny, how are you tonight? Yes, welcome to this casual kind of liminal stream. Let me apologize real quick if there's Wi-Fi issues, equipment issues. If you can hear me okay, if I'm coming in clear, I'm using an old kind of dusty travel setup for tonight because I needed to get out of the dimming room and hang out in the reading nook, as it were. um yeah, and I was going to film the unboxing of these bulk hard copies that I ordered from Amazon, these artist copies, which I'm going to inscribe and send to people. um when I ordered them, I was supposed to get them over a month ago, and something happened, and then they told me I wasn't going to get them until March, and here we are. They arrived today. So I got 10 of the artist copies of the Divergent Magic Grimoire. They should look as good as this, and we are really uh, putting ourselves up for some shame if they don't look as good as that. So you might see some real life sadness. But not only the Divergent Magic Grimoire unboxing, Eric Millar, who's in the chat, good to see you, buddy, sent me a very, very fun package, which I'm really excited to open as well. Like I said, I was going to unbox this uh, Divergent Divergent Magic Grimoire package. I was going to film it, and I figured, why not set up a liminal stream situation and try it here in the reading nook. I spent all day in the dimming room working on the audio podcast version of the Grimoire's introduction, and it will be released tonight via Pragmagic, wherever pods are casted. There'll be a We the Hallowed article and a haunt manual chapter, kind of appendix, if you will, to me kind of mass announcing this book. And yeah, and after that, I think I can maybe rest a week and wait for it to get into people's hands. Inscribe these that I just got, send them to patrons and friends, and yeah, get everybody caught up to date. I had an hour or so. Mary's over at a class. It's her birthday tomorrow, so I wanted to get all this out of the way while she's not in the house, and not be the annoying boyfriend always talking about his fucking projects and his art all the time. I'm sure she's more sick of it than anybody I've ever known, including myself. So, yes, please wish Mary a happy birthday. We're excited to get out of Dodge for the day tomorrow. Do some island hopping up here in the Cascadian wilderness. So that'll be fun. But yeah, and yes, Jonocide is both a patron and a friend. Oh, that's right. And Eric's betrothed, Jill, has the same birthday as Mary. I mean, Eric and I have similar tastes. What can we say? How funny is that both of our partners share the same birthday? That is really funny. But yeah, I'm excited to get to Eric's box, I think mostly. But I also, I wanted to inspect what buying a bulk version of this grimoire would look like, how Amazon packages it, how they, how they print when you order large copies of this grimoire. And so, yeah, I'm a little bit nail biting and a little bit white knuckled about how good they're going to do because, as you know, they goofed up the paperback, which I have here. I actually have many copies of the paperback. It's not in print anymore. And it's fine. Other folks have bought it. They said it's fine. I don't see any errors. And the big thing for me is the binding. There's no margins. The pages, the graphics, and everything that I designed fill the entire page. and don't leave any room for the binding. As you can see on the right cycles, the top of the right, I'm trying not to hit anything over here, gets cut off. It just looks, yeah, it's just not up to standards. So thanks to Sorcerer's Homie, Elena, thanks to Jenny Rocky, thanks to all these people, Eric, especially Eric Millar, for helping kind of this entire experiment and process, and working with Amazon and working with the self-publishing with Amazon. As far as my unboxing tool is concerned, if you're a patron and a friend like Jonaside is, then you are familiar with my haunted talisman of this archaic straight razor that is a gift from Mary's mother over the holidays, and it is in its complete packaging, and I love it to utilize for such things like cutting open things that I have a lot of wishes and wants in, because I don't want anything to be as fucked up as I think they might be. So yeah, this beautiful straight razor here. So yeah, again, apologize if things are stuttery, if the voice isn't coming through as clear as I'd like it to. I'm using an old mic and an old kind of laptop for this. But yeah, I actually have my phone open too for comments, because I don't want to juggle too much on this laptop, as I've produced music and videos and everything you shouldn't do with the amount of like RAM and storage that is on it. So we're not going to tempt the fates of the digital gods tonight by trying to do too much. But if you do submit comments, I will see them on the more updated digital device that is below the outdated one. But anyway, so here is, yeah, and it is heavy. It should be 10 hardbacks. 10 hardbacks direct from Amazon. Don't let the Prime logo fool you. There was nothing quick about getting this many. Granted, I ordered them, and the reason why I didn't request proofs, and the reason why I went ahead and silently published and ordered, was because the artist proofs take longer than a customer would getting their copies. And what's funny is these are the artist copies. To get this one that I've showcased, I had to order as a customer, and I got it quicker than I would the proofs or the artist copies. So a little inside baseball for Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing. Hey, Lindsay, good to see you. Hey, Yogi, good to see you as well. Love to get you one of these too, guys. If you're interested, please let me know. I'm saying pragmagic@gmail.com, just to get a running tally of folks that would like to attempt these without having to, pay outright first. I could also give deep discounts. But again, they're probably going to be artist copies, and they won't come for a while. The other trick too with Amazon was it says 3 to 6 weeks or something like that if you were to order a hardback, which now you can only get a hardback. It was always intended to be a hardback. The paperback will come down the line after I fine-tune some things, but 3 to 6 weeks is, it's not the Sprite Fay that is the Amazon delivery system. So I understand if folks are kind of chomping at the bit to test it or try it. And if you want to get one sooner, we can talk about PDF prints. We can talk about getting the manuscript. I'm also considering, selling very cheaply the manuscript on Etsy. Thanks to Jenny Rocky for the idea for that. But yeah, again, all day I edited down the big introduction liminal stream I did the other day into podcast form, wove, my original music and all that within it. So it's palatable. It's a bit nicer on the ears. I think there's a lot of leeway and a lot of vulnerability you're allowed when you're on camera that doesn't quite translate when it is audio. So that is all done. That should be out tonight if you're a podcast listener. Um, and in it, I actually have audio from Jenny Rocky describing a ritual that she used or that she devised utilizing the schema in the Divergent Magic Grimoire. And it's perfect. It's I don't want to give it away. You'll just have to hear the podcast to listen to it, but it's perfectly in that third mind of both pragmatic and magical, and a perfect example that isn't as convoluted as I make them, or as big and weird and uh, you know, spidery as I am wont to do when it comes to this stuff. So yeah, check that out. Again, it should be out tomorrow or late tonight. But yeah, hey, Stevie boy, good to see you. Yes, Stevie, you are getting one. Unfortunately, though, Stevie, I may have to just send you one direct from Amazon because the even though there is a bunch in here that I am sending to folks, I didn't quite, figure the shipping it's going to take to send each one myself, even after inscribing them and giving them to people. I of course want you to have one that I inscribed to you, but I also want to get one in your hands sooner. And you being in Aberdeen, Scotland, makes it a little harder for me to ship it halfway, literally almost halfway across the world. So I might just send one to you direct from Amazon. So awesome. I see Yogi sent me an email. Perfect. Stevie goes, "Oh, that's why you needed my address." Yes. Well, that and other things, for malarkey. But yeah. I wanted to send this to close friends, people I think that would get a kick out of it, especially folks that, might find some use out of it. As I've said, this is devised really of kind of the schema and the outline I use for my own magical practices, a lot of them being artistic processes. So I'm working on the new record, which you can hear tracks of in the podcast episode that will be out, that I utilize this guy for. But anyways, enough of my rambling. Let's open this box and see how much Keats is going to sleep tonight. So let us see with the straight razor. Of course, Amazon, it's kind of a function over form, function. They want to get things to people as quick as possible so they don't do the best at packing. Woo! This little spray. Oh, gotta clean this razor now. But all right, already I see they just did 5 top, 5 below. Damn, they look good though. I like to see them in print and in bulk. Let's see if I can do that. So there they are. Awesome. Yeah, they look good in the box. I wonder, you know what? This is my big wonder, which I think they might be. So when I printed the first volume to get this guy, which I'll compare them, the first one, there is an updated manuscript. There's some typos fixed. One of the print gaffes on the hardback originally was how they put the barcode kind of cutting into some of the copyright stuff, which is fine. That's all par for the course. Still beautifully usable. I really dig the margins and how they printed them. And so I wonder if this is the updated one. So let us see. Oh, no. Interesting. Oh, it is the updated. I think I took away. So if you see here on the copyright, sorry for yelling, it's kind of a funky font. that's above the barcode. And so I fixed it by getting rid of that wethehollow.org. It's all funky, making it a little more legible. And it looks like these are the updated ones, and damn, they look really nice. And now it just says uh, Prag Magic and We the Hollowed 2023. Nothing's cut off. And looks good. Yeah, these look very nice. I feel like much better print on the new ones on this box than my original copy. Um, the other thing too is because of the hardback prints. I don't think I can show you in this light, but you'll notice some smudges and things on just the packaging themselves. Let's see. That looks relatively well lined up. You got the planchette, Divergent Magic Grimoire, We the Hollowed Sigil. Yeah, it looks good. So the other thing too in the original edition was in my forward, the therefore symbol that I use everywhere, that's supposed to be, it's where my finger is, uh, after Revel to kind of show its truncation, supposed to be a therefore symbol, but instead it says no glyph, which I ended up actually really liking and am going to be using from now on. It's just a little symbol that says no glyph, which I think is horribly apropos for, a workbook and schema about creating your own. It is, you have to create the glyph or the sigil. So, damn, this is interesting. It's different. It's older. No. Wow. Okay, so I feel like these prints were of the original one. Yeah, so another thing is in this you can see the font for contents and praxis outline. And I think I cleaned them up. There's been so many attempts and manuscripts of this. I'm even confused. But you'll see praxis outline. It's got that fancy font that mirrors the Divergent Magic font on the cover. And these, which are probably the first edition. Yeah, they have to be. So these are even earlier. So they printed these before I got the updated one from Amazon as a customer. So these are the artist copies, and you'll see here the fonts for the contents, all of that don't match. They're actually pretty normal looking. The DER method, declarations. Okay, here we go. Contents and praxis outline. So pretty just kind of standard, normal, threadbare font. Not normal, but just not as how do I put it? Stylized. Trying to see what else. These look great though. These are very by the book. I feel like the margins are a little bit bigger. There's your sigil alphabet, your tethers. But yeah, let's keep looking. I wonder if these are different than all of them. So what I think might have happened is they printed these old ones. Yeah, these are the old ones. So they sent me the original manuscript. So cancel everything I said about the barcode because that's what I fixed. I moved the barcode down more. Wow. So we're looking at a hauntological item here. These are out of print. These are the very first edition. And for some reason, I got them far later and they printed them much before, but I didn't get them for a long time. And the reason why I say that is you can see the cover alignment. On the updated one, the cover alignment leaves room for the bind, but it's not too jarring and off. And these older ones, the binding bar is pretty far in, and especially the border on the edge. So new one, old one, and it's hard to show on screen, but very cool. I actually love it more that they printed these older ones for me to send to loved ones and friends and whatnot, because these don't exist anymore. So these are all kind of like misprints that are wholly original unto themselves, because Elena and other people that bought the Divergent Magic Grimoire, they all look like the one that I have here and that I've been showcasing. And a good way to tell is of the contents and Praxis outline font, the nice, fun, stylized font up here. So, friends, family, patrons that I said is going to get one of these are getting a super special one. Yeah, the old school ones that have the regular font for contents and Praxis outline. So that's really fun. These look and feel great, though, and they look pretty neat together, stacked. I'm not going to bore everyone with diving deep. Another good way to tell is that there were some typos in my forward. Of course, there were. When you kind of rack your brain with as much design and things that I was doing for all of this stuff, things fall through. But as Derek Hunter said about the Divergent Magic Grimoire, it really is about exalting the missives and exalting kind of the human error and really enjoying the process. And it's not result based. Results come from after you finding the love and passion for the process itself, for the praxis itself. And so this is what this book is about, and here we have 10 early process copies. So that's really neat. I think it's so funny. I just want to make sure and check and see if they printed any that were some new ones. Yeah, these all look to be, and I think because the artist copies come from a different printing press. I know that the paperbacks do. So, yeah, that's really exciting. Of course, the forward typos, the different font, all of that means nothing when it comes to actually utilizing this. So whoever's getting one, know that you have a super rare one, and I hope you use it, and I hope you have fun with it. There is something to be said, though, about these early ones. They're just a little more, bare and by the book, because I'm not getting too fancy with some design elements, but they look great. I don't think there's much more to show. There's obvious difference, and the big one is just like the barcode placement. Now you can see it says wethehollow.org in between the barcode and the top font in that terrible font. But look, this is only the first edition. This thing is made to be broken, deconstructed, updated. So, I'm excited about this process. I'll use one of these to create the next one. How's that? But yeah, and yeah, call me a sucker. I love the updated, like just the font choices and the placement, which you'd have to see side by side. It's kind of bullshit to show anybody here now, but very excited. I'm happy they didn't goof it like the paperback, and that whoever I'm sending these to, some of you are in the chat, can actually still use these, and they look and feel great. So in the show notes or the what do you call it, description is the Amazon link for the hardback. The hardbacks look great. I'm very, very impressed with their ability, to make hardbacks that look so customized and nice. And there's not really a machine quality to them, even though it's very much a machine. So, yeah, awesome. I'm excited to see these guys. Damn, it's a heavy box. To see these guys kind of in packs. It's cool to see, a bunch of them together. So yeah, I wonder too if the spine's different. Yeah, it is a little bit. Yeah, interesting. So yeah, get yourself a copy. You'll have the more updated, nicer, stylized, typos fixed, updated, but you know, will also have a copy that won't exist in a couple months because I'll find something else, I'll better it, I'll update it. Hopefully, I'll work with other people to do that, and the second edition will be, its own thing. The whole point was that these were affordable. These take the place of travel moleskins. That's why they're hardback. They can take a beating. You ride in them, you fill them up, get another one. That's what I'm doing. Not to say like, yeah, keep buying them. I don't really care about the money. The point for me was that I would have a catalog of them. One would be a record, one would be 2024's health stuff, one would be, and so on and so forth. And so as time went on, you would have kind of a library full of your own personal lore and all the rights that you utilize to make you. So yeah, cool. I'm excited that Amazon didn't goof that up. Anyways, I'll check out the comments here. Looks nice. Yes, yes, yes. Beautiful cover. Oh, thank you, Eileen. Good to see you. Typos make it more authentic. I agree. And if you follow any of my stuff, then you know how many typos I allow. Because, especially coming from a writing standpoint and as somebody that has worked in like online journalism, I'm seeing a rash of people even putting their Substack chapters or they're writing through ChatGPT to edit. And what's fucked up about that is, as a joke, I've utilized like I tried ChatGPT. I fed in something, a few paragraphs, and was like, hey, edit this, and that's the only prompt I gave it. And not only did it over edit punctuation, but it replaced very unique and specific words and syntax and my lexicon and my growing portmanteaus of combining two words to make a third, or like it would just brutalize it. And now I can see that brutalization throughout a lot of online journalism, a lot of people utilizing ChatGPT to write books to print in Amazon and all that. And it's annoying. It's heartbreaking. So yeah, up the error punks. It's all about, the typos and the missives. That's where you find the fun stuff. Thanks, Stevie. Yeah, it looks good. Beautiful, consistent format for ongoing journals. Yeah, exactly. And I talked about this on the big introduction stream I did. Was somebody found it, even though I silently published it and I wasn't talking about it out loud. Someone bought one and then wrote a very lovely review. And in the review, that was they provided an outlook about it that was so erudite and so simple to say. And I don't know why it didn't come to me, but it was something on the lines of a great format for magical journaling. Utilize this to help with your kind of journal habits when it comes to, magical praxis and whatnot. And I was like, yeah, that's exactly what this is. This is my, schema and outline for doing so. This is my schema and outline for deconstructing rights that don't work with the, dissolver echo resonar method. So it really is just, um, yeah, it's a schema for cataloging, organizing, disrupting, creating, ruining, deconstructing all of your rights, whether they be artistic practices or, health habits or, you know, offerings to the great beyond. Um, I think the real beauty in it is that you start to see less and less the big disparities between breathing and magic, But we will get, so yeah, there you go. That's the bulk 10 that I got, and it is of the original manuscript, and it's the original design, which is even cooler. So super first edition, uh far far rarer than even the paperbacks, I think, at this point. Because where did I put the paperback? Yeah. Still like and still usable, and the folks that grab them, I think you'll have a lot of fun with. But it's all the rigmarole of designing these books, and is something as similar small as, margins and whatnot. So yeah, it's a process, and I love it. Big thanks to Eric Millar for helping, you know, um, spark that, and me witnessing him do it through Be the Hollowed Press and all of his outlet press books and wonderful things that, we've put out through We the Hollowed. So that was a big, um, yeah, a big gusto for me to rip the band-aid off and try it. So Renee says, "Hello everyone. Past my birthday wishes. Since my husband is being a shit, even though I beat him with socks to do it while I was on the phone." Yeah, Johnny, Johnny boy, don't give Renee no gruff. Let me see. Where did I put that razor? You don't want to sleep on that razor. So, oh, speaking of which, Eric Millar, who's in the chat, I'm really excited about. He sent this package. I think I'm aware of one thing that's in it, and I'm really excited about that. But he said to open it carefully. There's a bunch more stuff in it. So I was like, well, if we're opening the Grimoire box, then I've got to try. Got a weird thing. Where did I put that razor? Then I've got to, open this on stream too. There it is. Straight razor. So this is from We the Hollowed Haunt, collaborative partner, brother against the universe, Mr. Eric Millar. So hopefully I didn't flash his address on stream. I don't think so. So let's see. Got to be careful with these straight razors. There we go. Whew. This thing is so sharp. I love it. All right. So from Eric Millar, I love it. He's got the newspaper packing. And of course, it's local Vision Quest, which was a zine comic newspaper in Portland. I knew right away. I was like, hey, is that Vision Quest? So, of course, Eric would put some. There's a touch of Eric even in the packing paper. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yes. Oh, my God. All right. So, as most of you know, I did the last Prag Magic episode was a big audio sigil, and it was fully analog. I did it on 4-track cassette. Um, I've also been utilizing some old Orson Welles shadow radio plays and all of that, weaving them into my art. And Eric sent me a text the other day. He was somewhere and he found this in a thrift store and was like, I don't know, it's only $3. Would you be into this? And I was like, oh my God, please get this. And it is Radio's Missing Masters, a collection of one of a kind old time radio programs, 60 programs, 30 hours, 20 audio cassettes. So he basically gave me a sample library that is just too fucking perfect. Oh my God, it's got its book and everything. Look at this. Book's got its all the cassettes full of wonderful old time radio shows. Oh my God. Absolutely killed it. I'm so excited for this. I like to, how I find the samples or like the cut ups and stuff I use from old radio shows is I'll go on a spree, and in the dimming room, if I'm writing or working on something, I'll put on a cassette or an old radio show, and whatever leaps out at me, I'll grab it or I'll pause it. And so he basically just gave me a bunch of writing material. So love you, Eric. Thank you so much. This is incredible and absolutely perfect. Mary's gonna dig this too, because we like to put on them old radio shows. Fuck, I'm so excited to dig into this. Feel like the it's like the dad that collects old model trains and whatnot, and like no one can relate to. Where's Keats? Oh, he's in the garage putting together his new model, his new choo-choo train. And that's how I feel about the cassettes and old radio shows. So super excited for this. I gotta figure out how this wraps on in itself. But also that beautiful like 80s, cassette book packaging. Nice and plastic. I love it. It's going up. It'll go in front of my Revelator certificate or credentials. It's even got the shadow on it, which is beautiful and perfect. So yes, thank you. Oh yeah, Book Corner in Beaverton, Oregon. Hell yeah. Yeah, Eric, you rule. It's gonna make my year. But of course it wouldn't be an Eric package without some more fun, beautiful things, some more Vision Quest. And yep, I see a lot of good stuff in here. I think some of it, I think I know what it is already just because of the texture. I just want to make sure to get all this stuff out. Or is there something in here? Oh. Actually, something wrapped up on this. Actually, you know what? I'll save this one. Let's see. Oh, shit. Andy Barron's mantra. If it comes from Eric, then I know there's something absolutely deeply prophetic and tethered about this work. And I can already tell it kind of looks like a desert bardo psychedelic lovely cartoon mess that I'm super excited to check out. Mantra. Here, I'll put this up here. But I think I know what these are, because Eric has been threatening to send me these. And if it's what I think they are, then these are ones for the book, like literally. And I'll explain to you what I mean by that. Yes. Okay. So if you are familiar, well, I hope you are, Haunt Manual, which is a Substack. It's a multimedia grimoire I've been doing. It converses with Magick podcast. It converses with all the audiomancy and music and magic, all of that stuff in kind of a narrative form. And Eric Millar has, of course, been doing the artwork for each chapter. Um, the next chapter after the Grimoire introduction that I'll put out on Haunt Manual is going to be the last of this year and a half long series, monthly series I've been doing, and I'm going to compile it and weave it together into a book. And it'll be my first basic narrative kind of book that weaves in hauntomancy. Is what I call it. It's kind of a hauntological magic system. It utilizes the Divergent Magic Grimoire. It utilizes basically all of the arts and magics I've been doing. I've been putting on Haunt Manual. And Eric, for this project, has been creating these amazingly beautiful, incredible pieces of art that really encapsulate each chapter. And he's been doing it, this fine art on the back of old kind of skins of old books. Like this one is an old leather back of a book. And this is the most recent Haunt Manual chapter art. And here it is in all of its beautiful, fine Eric Millar glory. This is getting framed immediately. So if anything happens to Eric, I want everybody to know that I may have the running collection of originals outside of his family that I could sell for a lot of money. I'm just kidding. But this is amazing. You can see the textures, you can see the ink, the color pencil, I believe, or is that crayon? It's kind of got the same texture. And I love that it brings up this hauntological feeling I have of writing in books and drawing in old books and books, especially that I didn't care about messing up. And that also could be part and parcel to the Divergent Magic Grimoire, which, is a hardback book that you're supposed to write in and mess up. So, again, just beautifully tethered Eric. Oh, and he has another one here. Put this up here. He's got another one here. So this is from the Listening Post Alpha English Gematria NAEQ Ren Collier interview / chapter where I discuss all of this stuff and how I was using the spirit box and Gematria to meet, the other, basically, or converse with the other. And Little Wind came in, and Little Wind, very much how I imagined this vessel of the other, as a sheet ghost, and has been kind of this running gag that we've created, Eric and I, this Medjed like character. I call him My Being, and My is Navajo for coyote, and this like cool amalgamation of this like cute sheet ghost type character that only Eric could draw, with the therefore symbol as its bottom eyes and its third eye. And this is the one he did mixed media for the NEQ for the ALW Cipher chapter. And it is gorgeous. And I hope you can tell the My Being, or our, now We the Hollowed kind of mascot, the Haunt Manual mascot, he's cut out, and it's actually 3-dimensional in texture, and all of the numbers are brilliant stickers that he did. But yeah, you can see all of these in high definition via Haunt Manual. This is all Eric J. Millar. Wonderful art, incredible. I couldn't be more excited. And Mary and I have to go frame shopping again for all of Eric's amazing work. So, yeah. Hauntmanual.com or wethehallowed.org for Eric and I collaborations, but he is very much the sword in the, in the, how do I even put it? In the armory of artistry. He's very much the sword when it comes to visual art. So I couldn't be more excited. So thank you, Eric. These are the best. I'm running out of space to put everything. I don't want to hurt anything. All right, and last but not least, I think this is, yeah, there's something in here that Eric had. Of course, in his way. No telling what it could be. Oh my god. No way, dude. Did you really send me this? That cannot be real. Oh my god. So, okay. So Eric did a story where it's a visual story, but instead of drawing, all of the characters are photographs he took of these original claymation type figures, and it's brilliant. And I use the artwork for stuff to kind of give people a whiff of Eric's just kind of brilliant, I don't know, three-dimensional multimedia kind of visual art styling, because even in the photographs you can tell that it's not just, there's something that pops out at you, there's something that's so alive in it. And the uh the comic, I guess you'd call it, or like it's almost like a claymation comic. It's called Ramblin' in Tooth, and you can find this on wethehollow.org. And this is Ramblin', who I have a lot in common with. And this is his actual beautifully sculpted piece. I cannot believe you sent me this, dude. Like, this is absolutely next level. It's amazing. I cannot believe you sent me this. It feels like I just got bestowed something, like that I need to, keep in a safety deposit box or something like that. But yeah, here's Ramblin', his big hat, sheet ghost. I don't know if anyone, I can't bring up the links on this old computer, but I'll definitely post it in the description later. But yeah, this is Ramblin', from Ramblin' and Tooth, Eric's multimedia photography, claymation, drawing. He also made these brilliant sets. He put them in, and they're just wonderfully otherworldly. But this is Ramblin', and yeah, incredible. I can't believe you sent me this, man. And he survived. You packed him well. But yeah, that is, wow. Yeah, that's just hardened clay. Fucking amazing. Amazing design. Thank you, Eric. Love you. This is incredible. Yeah, I'm gonna set this over here for now, because this goes on the altar. That is an altar piece, if I've ever known one. So, anyways, yeah, that was that was Christmas. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I did not wake up today thinking that, I'd have so much bounty of creativity that came to me today. So that was a surprise to get the grimoires, especially the hauntological relic of it being the very first rare edition in bulk that I will be sending to people, and of course all of Eric's brilliant artwork. There has to be an in-person gallery thing. There's only so much we can all do here in this digital ether, and it's just not good enough. It's not good enough to show you an unboxing of Ramblin'. You have to see it in person. You have to see these things. You have to touch these things. These things are incredible. And I hope you check out the Divergent Magic Grimoire. You can touch this, As a matter of fact, I hope you fuck it up. I hope you write all over it if you get one. You work through it. Reach out to me, pragmagic@gmail.com. Let's work through it together. I'm getting together a little community within We the Hallowed that is going to be using this as a foundational kind of work for us to share the recipes that make up the lore, um, that drive us, and drive our artistry and our passions and our needs to be better humans, really, or okay enough humans. But again, thank you so much to Eric Millar. That shit was incredible. I'm happy I did that on stream, and I'm happy we got to share that with folks that are interested, because yeah, some things you cannot share alone. I don't think yeah, I wasn't expecting any of that. I'm just stoked. I'm stoked. Listen to me. I'm stoked. I'm stoked for all of it. Listen to me. I'm from Maryland. I'm stoked. I'm stoked. But yeah. Wow. What a year. 2024. Big We the Hallowed year. Tonight, the podcast and article is going up. WeTheHallowed.org. Celebrate Eric J. Millar's stuff on there. Reach out to him. Outlet Press on Instagram. Reach us through We the Hallowed. Reach us through Pragmagic. And I'm trying to think if I forgot anything. No. Stay tuned if for this podcast that's coming out, and stay tuned for more about the Grimoire, because we're only getting started, and it's now February, which is a big month. Happy birthday, of course, to Mary. Sweet, sweet baby Mary. And we're going to have a good day tomorrow. Love everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. It's super off the cuff. I'm surprised nothing broke down. And yeah, I'm really excited. I got to clean all of this up and pack it in like the nicest materials, or get it away from the dog and from any kind of heating device, especially rambling here. So I'm going to get going. Love everyone. Haunt on.